Cool, we're live. We're in full effect, baby. What's going on, folks? Happy Friday, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the place to be. Mr. Soul Lover Man, we are back. Oh, that is all right. So, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go ahead on and get straight into this thing. We are all the way live. That's interesting. So here we go. So today we are talking about flexing. So today we are talking about flexing your spiritual muscle, man. It's like you go in the gym, and you see people. Mostly, I see women doing it like after the fact. They go into the little locker room or whatever, and they're like, flexing in front of the mirror and all that crap. But anyway, but today we're talking about today on this Friday, and happy TGIF out there to you folks. So yes, we're talking about flexing your spiritual muscle. Let me see, hold on. Here. All right, so we're getting straight into it. So we're talking about flexing your spiritual muscle. It was yesterday I heard a young lady, she was talking about like I think what was that, I don't know, 2020. Everybody was like, hey, we're getting our superpowers and all that stuff. I don't know if y'all remember that from way back when. Time moves so fast, Lord. It's already 2025. Where does the time go in this short human lifespan, my word? But anyway, so she was talking about that in remembrance of that day, and how we some of us do have spiritual gifts. If nothing else, you do have a baseline in intuition. Some of us have way more than that, yours truly, but if nothing else, use that intuition to help yourself. That's one way you're going out there and flexing your spiritual muscle. It's like what is that? It's like this card says. There we go. It's like the card says, knowing without. It's like knowing without knowing. It's like the card is saying right there, knowing without knowing. Again, we are talking about flexing your spiritual. We're talking about flexing your spiritual muscles, and that we all have like some kind of. We all have some kind of a. We all have some kind of a gift, or some of us, we are spiritually inclined. Is everyone like that? No. I let me put this disclaimer out there. This little thing sometimes. For that. What's going on, Pamela? That's Queen. Yeah. So is everybody is everybody like superiorly spiritually gifted? No. Do you have um like something spiritual inside of you? Of course, we all have a soul. We all have like some kind of like I said, we all have like a baseline intuition. Maybe you're great at prayer, or maybe you're like if you're in the church, maybe you're good at I don't know, maybe you're good at singing. Maybe it's something, that there's something there. It's just the point of discovering what it is and using it. because it makes no sense. Yep. See, there you go. Prayer. Especially I was watching the video. Yeah, and not just praying, but like praying and like if you can pray in tongues, I mean like being able to pray in tongues is like being able to cook like the best like the best dishes in the world. I mean, it is just like man, what do the French say? C'est magnifique. It is just the pinnacle. It is amazing if you can if you can pray in tongues and then if you can decipher what it is that you're saying. It took me like when I first discovered that I could use the gift of tongues, it took me a while. First I could listen to what other people were saying, and then I got the gift, and I've been using it ever since. And when I tell you it is powerful, whew, man, it's powerful. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying, knowing but that goes into the Bible about the secrets and all of that good stuff, but like I said, using your spiritual gifts, like knowing without knowing, like if you're telling yourself, and today we are talking about flexing your today we're talking about flexing your spiritual muscle, because there was a young lady and she was saying how back in 2020 people were online, they were like, hey, we're something was happening, I don't remember what, and she was like, hey, people are going to get their superpowers on this day, and she went into some other, I should have saved that video, but anyway, um she went into some other stuff and she was saying how people are afraid of their gifts, and you shouldn't be, because you don't let anybody out there hustle you out of the power that you have like within yourself, and the power that you have around the power that you have around yourself. It's not like you travel to some remote part of the world and went to some seedy back alley, whatever, and made some contract with some demonic entity to get these gifts, And again, these are gifts. I believe a lot of people they're just fearful, like I say, people fear what they don't understand, and I'm here to help you to understand and know that you can have these gifts and very much so function out here. Like my gifts have, I would probably say darn near saved my life and saved my mental from being around certain, I would say, demonic people in certain spaces that I was only supposed to be in for a certain amount of time. And when those, like my spidey senses kick in and say, or I hear that voice of the Holy Spirit and say, listen, so man, it's time to go. It's time to, like this is whatever this little point of it, this is coming to an end. It's like some of us may not feel, how it is. I think it's just been like that for a long time, how society values outside beauty more than inside beauty. That your spiritual gifts is powerful on the inside. It's like this card says, the hidden beauty, because sometimes we want to walk out and we want to hide it because we want to fit in and we want to be like, we want to be like we want to be like everybody else. We want to feel like we want to feel like we're a part of the crew, the gang, the cool crowd. We want to feel like we're a part of them. Though you see the people sitting down eating together, and you're like, oh, that's cool. And then you realize when one of them isn't around, the rest of the group is talking about you know what I mean? So it's like I'm good about you can have that. but but your beauty, right? We do. We need to, we need to feel different, and we need to know that we are unique within our own amazing, powerful selves. Whatever it is that you do, of course, we're gonna see somebody painting a beautiful picture, or I always wish I had that, the gift of drawing, or the gift of, who didn't want to be able to sing like back in the day, like dance like Michael Jackson, or sing like like a Luther Vandross, or play musical instruments like Prince, have those like just amazing talents. Who didn't want to be like Mike back in the day? You know what I mean? But sometimes, it's like those that's their talents, and we have to, um, we have to, we have to walk in our own authority and be happy, be more than happy, and be ecstatic about. Let me grab my water. But yeah, we have to be ecstatic about, we have to be ecstatic. Yeah, doing all of this talking, it's like, uh, yeah. But anyway, we have to be ecstatic about, what it is that we have. Sometimes I think it takes a certain spotlight to be like, to be shined on us, for us to truly get it. And then for, I think it's interesting. I think sometimes, like, if somebody from the outside looking in, if they look at you and say, man, if I had what you had, boy, I would be like, man, I would be out here killing it. And you sit down and you think like, man, what, I'm just blah 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 blah. That's really, and then one day, bam, it hits you, because whatever these talents have leads you to, maybe it leads you to certain positions in your career, and people see that, and they're like, hey, we want you to lead this, we need you to do that, and blah 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 blah, be it good, bad, or indifferent. It's just, whatever that, whatever that magnanimous skill set you have, it helps you to be a leader of the pack. And it helps to naturally, elevate you. But and I don't know, I feel like I'm doing several different things. I'm talking about fixing your spirit. I'm talking about flexing your spiritual muscle, pulling these cards. But anyway, um yeah, so sometimes what it is that you're looking for, that radiance and that brilliance, and that, um that what's the word that I'm looking for, when you're, when you're looking for that, like that happiness and that joy, and who you are, and what you have, to truly know it, sometimes you might have to go out, like somewhere else, to get that, like where you are. Like sometimes we feel stuck and trapped in where we are, and going forward, going somewhere different, you may feel yourself being pulled. You may feel yourself being pulled somewhere else, to get what it is, that you truly deserve, out of, out of your, out of your gifts. You may get an idea, you may get an epiphany, and say like, you know what, man, why didn't I should have been thought of that? And this idea comes to you, and this is formatted. Uh, it's- all right. So anyway, so it's like this idea comes about, and this is formatted with your gifts, and this helps to really get you in, and pushes you out there, you know, so to speak. But um and just know, with that, you have these like so-called earth angels. Yeah, so you'll have these earth angels, and sometimes you'll have an angel, come in and tell you, and that's a powerful experience within itself. So, if you ever wake up or something and something's at the edge of your bed, I'm not trying to scare y'all. It could be early in the morning and you just hear be ye not afraid. You start to calm down. You're like, oh, okay, that's an angel with a message. It's yeah. But you're gonna have these people that are gonna come into your life, and sometimes I've had this happen to me before. Sometimes people like, I'm doing this for you. And they're like, I don't know why. It's almost like they're in a trance or they're hypnotized or something, something higher, something inside of you brings that out of them in that moment. And you're like, oh, okay. You just go with it. But yeah, but these people, individuals are going to be coming forward to help to guide you, to get you to where it is you need to be. Feels like a fast track kind of feels like a fast track kind of thing. And if you want like a personal message, it's 25, just hit the Cash App. The Cash App is let me put this up here. Um, mm, mm, all right, there we go. And yeah, so you might just, so it's interesting. It's almost like you're being pulled in a different direction. So the self initiation, being called, it's like you're being pulled right now to somewhere different, to it's almost like a higher plane of your existence. I'll say that, so your being is being pulled to somewhere else right now. We're talking about the self initiation wrapped into flexing your spiritual muscle. I just really feel like, and I think we're gonna talk about that later on too tonight. But and your family, it's like you're being surrounded right now. It's interesting how this is all coming together. But just to kind of recap, where you are now is not where you're going to be. You're going to be surrounded by earth angels. It's like a self initiation, like your spirit, your soul. You're being pulled somewhere else. Your soul family. The soul family. Like, see that big portal right there? It's almost like it's like you're being pulled, and it's like you're being pulled in a different direction, a different dimension, or something like that. Mm. Yeah, so it really and truly feels like you're being pulled in a different direction, a different dimension. And we're talking about the blood dance. This is the dance of your ancestors around you. While you're being pulled and you're being prepared and you're being elevated, they're dancing around you. They're dancing. They're doing what it is that they have to do on their end to continue to continue to push and to continue to move you forward. But while you're doing all of that, just continue to flex your spiritual muscle. Whatever those spiritual gifts that you have, don't be afraid to use them, because I know certain conversations you can't have like in a, like maybe at your job because people will look at you weird. Maybe they go to church, maybe they don't. Maybe they, these are probably people that don't believe in anything except for politics. Maybe you'll talk a little sports, and I don't know that the weather, and that's it. Um. Uh, let me let me flip this again. And the thing. Let's see. And we're gonna fix this. And there we go. All right, cool. So yeah, it's just certain things. It's just certain things you cannot talk. Certain things that are just kind of taboo, and people will look at you like, "Oh, what are they talking about?" It's going to go way over their heads. That's why I remember my last gig. It's just certain. There were just certain things I couldn't talk to. I would say little things that would catch people off guard, but they were like, they would look at me weird. Like they knew. I think some of them kind of knew something was up. Like, something, I don't know, something about this. They'll look at you and say like, man, something about this individual is just, because I could see, I could see who they were truly, and I could see that those were people who were, just all about the job, and that's cool. That's what they worship. That's what they know. They maybe that's it. They have no higher exist. They have no higher thought or existence of consciousness or what's truly going on out here, what truly shapes the world, and what they're truly up against. They just don't have that thought process, and then that's just naturally what that was. I thought I had four chords up here. But that's okay though. This is interesting. The Christ flame. So you have a very high calling on your life. Yeah, this comes up. You have a very, very, very much so high calling on your life. It's like nothing but the blood. You have a truly higher calling. You just have to remember that. And happy TGIF out there, everyone. Yeah, but you do have a truly higher calling. Like this portal just keeps coming up, this eruption of light that's calling you to go through. Go to the light, Carol Ann. Tells your age if you know that reference. But you have this what's going on, Miss Teresa? How are you? But you have this calling. It's pulling you through. It's pulling you through. So if you're wondering what was going on, there you go. This is a higher calling in your life. People talk about your mind is changing, the Christ consciousness. People always talk about and all that stuff. And on the other side of that, something very powerful, the coming together of the blending of like the newness that you're gonna feel. That's what's on the other side. Like who sang that song? Let me see if I can find that song. What was that Doja Cat last night? I I said. Let me see. Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, so be on the lookout for those earth angels. These are people that are going to be coming forth to help you, like very, very, very soon. Anonymous phone calls just out of the blue are coming through. Also, emails as well over the next few weeks. Also, probably on the weekend. Also, so just be on the weekends. So like something is coming. Something is coming through to set you free now, like in the very now. Like feels like someone out there has really been feeling broken, really, really broken. So, but something very powerful is coming through to set you free. I'll take you from here, but like the song says, listen to the words of the song. To the balance is to the balance coming through. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. The balance coming through. Take heed in these words. Uh, feel the heart of the moment. I feel like your wings are growing and that you're about to start soaring. Like your wings, you're about to be validated. You are about to be validated. I feel like somebody's about to go on the news to talk about who they are, what they do. People are going to be intrigued. They are going to be intrigued. Right. See, you're going to be riding the wave. See that riding the cosmic wave. That's going to be you. You're going to be riding that wave. Something powerful is going to be pushing you. It's going to be like ready, set, go. But I'm telling you, something. You know, I like these little cards. I'm not going to say. But yeah, just listen, you know, something, and they're gonna be like, "We have been waiting for you." You're gonna be like, "Y'all have been waiting." How you think I feel about this? Like, man, I've been like, woo, I'm telling you, they took a message. Wow. Oh, goodness. Mm, mm. Yep. So you're about to do some traveling. So get ready. All right, I'm gonna leave y'all with that. Yeah, if you'd like
It's
to book
9 o'clock.
thank you, computer. If you'd like to book a session with yours truly, just hit me up in the back channels. Uh, man, yeah, we still have the books available. Soul of a Man, Dream the Impossible, and what's this? Princess Destiny. All of the books. See. But if you would like to get one of the books, just hit me up in the back channels. They're 15.25, and we have them available now. So we'll be shipping out on tomorrow. But all righty, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead on and shut it down. Thank y'all for joining me this morning. I will see y'all later on tonight. Now.